winning to y'all was more important than any other program I ever worked in. Really, it was. And y'all would, I tell people, y'all would do anything to be a good football player and to win. And I said, sometimes I'd even met going to class every now and then. I'm just joking. Y'all did good. But, that's my memories of it. Very special. Very special.
Scott, you say what?
Yeah, Chick, I was going to say, going against this offense, our offense was tough as hell. So, you're going against running backs, Tommy Neal, and here comes Badanjek, the bowling ball coming around the end. You're like, oh, crap, here it comes. Yep. Play against those guys. That sharpened us up for games.
Absolutely.
And we had some crazed people, man. We Turkey Brown, Bam Bam, Keita. Our DBs not only covered the pass, but, man, if you caught the ball in that secondary, your head was coming off.
I am so grateful, number one, for the University of Maryland. Once again, I'm from Ohio. I had a chance to go to Ohio State. I had a chance to go to Michigan, but I came to Maryland. And I will tell you this, it was the best decision I ever made in my life. I will tell you this, too. I wanted to say something to Ralph, Coach Friedgen. I'm sorry. I should change that. I was scared to death of him. And I was scared if I didn't score, he was going to come down and kick the shit out of me, to be honest with you. And so he scared me. I don't know what the heck their meetings were like in there, but I was scared of him.
Chick, the big thing about Coach Friedgen coaching offensive line was he was so fundamental oriented. I mean, he was way ahead, light years ahead in college football on things that we were doing, slip blocking, aiming points, landmarks, getting off the ball, hand position, that kind of stuff. You just didn't hear that in college football at the time. And,
right.
Pass blocking, equal balance in your stance, stuff like that. That wasn't that back in the early 80s. That just wasn't part of college football. If you watch old tapes now, you'll see even the Clemson games, and Coach Ross alluded to watching the Clemson game. If you watch that Clemson game, Clemson's offensive line, their butts were up in the air like sprinters. They didn't know how to pass more.
So to wear the M and wear the colors, what does it mean to you guys today? Stan Gelbaugh, you go first.
Well, I think it means we're winners. We were winners. That's what everybody associates. We're champions. We lost a couple games we probably should have won, but for the most part, I think overwhelmingly people think of us as the last good run that Maryland's had for an extended period of time. Coach Friedgen had it going for a while. It was a different league then too, though. Mm-hmm. Much different, actually, a lot of different teams. But, I think as a sustained championship run, we were the last ones. And I think people still remember us for that. And it's awesome.
The brotherhood, the togetherness, leaving the school as a man, coming in and leaving a totally different person. And now I reflect back and two great leaders here that really changed my life. And a lot of things that I did in school, I was a little wild. And in the end, they stuck behind me and I came out a man. Probably some of the best times of our lives. Love my family, love my kids and all, but as far as a group, it's was a hell of a time in my life.
Always had pride, and that was instilled in us by our coaches. I came from Notre Dame where everything was like, you're going to be ranked in the top 5 every year, top 5 every year. I was praying to God that this group that we played with could have played Notre Dame because he would have smashed them. It's just about the pride.
Ricky's on there. Come on that time.
It's just about the pride we all have in ourselves and in our team and our brothers, and that's it.
We were a very diverse group from all different backgrounds and races and creeds and everything. And I just remember this till this day. Coach Frost used to always preach on it. You know what? look around the room and look at all and we all sat at the table together, and and I remember this, like I remember it yesterday, when we would go down to Clemson, he would say, you know what, take a look at those guys over there and see how they're all segregated apart. But our group, I mean, we loved each other just like, I would be with Lenny. I'd be in Lenny's room one night, and I'd be in Turkey's room the next night. You're listening to the rap music one day, and you're listening to country one day, and Lenny's out there squirrel hunting, and they're cutting squirrel heads off and putting them on the windowsill. And the next day, you know, it's crazy. It was crazy. But I'm telling you, there couldn't have been a closer group from different backgrounds and races, and we were so close. And that's what I remember from that